Alright, that should be good. There we go. Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to another Friday art stream. Glad to have you here. I'm working on a prop sheet at the moment for a book that's pretty important to the character Micah. So that's what I'll be doing for today's stream, is just showing its scale and how the prop is to be used. Originally there was some little gold pieces on the end of his of the book, but I actually didn't like it. I liked it just being covered with just the wood, because this is, as it says here, it's bounded in the warped wood with gold twine, and I liked the idea of the cover just kind of being this flexible kind of wood, so it kind of bends but it still holds. But I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't sat down and actually made this proper sheet. Like, I had it written down, but I didn't have it, like, actually drawn out, so. And I had to, like, look up so much stuff because I had never done prop sheets before. So I dove into my art books that I have from various things, and I just started, like, pouring through, like, the pages where it showed, like, items and things. And I was like, okay, so what are they doing? What do I need to do? What do I need to be thinking about here? I don't think it's too bad. It gets the idea across. I mean, I think it looks great. And I'm really proud of the script. The script turned out really great. I made this Piglin script, by the way. Like, this is not official Mojang script. I actually made the script myself.
So,
Yeah.
being that I'm here for this stream,
Yes.
I thought I'd actually contribute to the stream process.
Yeah.
And I found not interesting. I found a list of questions to ask artists.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little terrified, but okay.
So I'm going to need Demir to give me a number between 1 and 38.
Oh no. Oh, a Q&A time. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no, this is terrible. I wasn't prepared. Demir, I think, might be doing some other. Oh, wait. You can't do the letters of pi. What is wrong with you? This is why you're gonna get banned.
Pi is an irrational number, and like your irrational request, I'm giving your question to BruMa now. How do you feel?
Oh no. Alright, BruMa, you want to pick a number? I think I have too small of a chat for them to know what to do. Let's do question number 3 first, then we'll do number 1, then 4, then 5.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, I'm ready.
Alright. So, hold on. I'm picking from the subcategory.
There's a subcategory?
Yeah, I got in-depth questions,
Oh,
I got
man.
professional questions, I got random questions.
Did you just come prepared for this today? I don't understand.
Yes, it took me all of 5 minutes.
Preying on my social awkwardness, I see.
Well, chat has fun bullying the streamer.
I guess that's true. That is a thing that they do. Offline exposing time. There's nothing to expose!
What about your love for chia pets?
I don't have a love for chia pets.
But they don't know that.
I guess that's true. I feel so bullied right now. Alright, I'm ready.
Alright. Question 3. Tell us about your favorite artistic medium.
Like, currently or like of all time?
Either or. Go wild, go nuts with it.
Okay. So, traditionally, I have an intense love for, colored pencils because they were my very first. Sorry, it takes me a minute because like I'm trying to do this at the same time and I don't normally like talk and draw at the same time, so it's a little hard for me. But colored pencils were my very first medium, like ever. Like I remember I got like a little 12 pack of like some Crayola colored pencils and I would just go to town. So they're probably like a more nostalgic favorite. I'm just a big fan of those. And then later I became a big fan of watercolor. I just love it. Specifically Chinese watercolor. I was just a big fan of that. So, and then watercolored pencils came into my life at some point, and then Copic markers. So I guess that out of all of those would be kind of moved into my favorite for the most part. Those would be my favorite. And then of course right now digital. I like digital work because it's not messy. I like not having to clean up a mess afterwards, because that was always like my biggest pet peeve with dealing with traditional media, which doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's just it's very dirty, and I don't like getting paint and stuff all over me and all over my clothes. I know an artist that hates getting dirty.
Flip it, chap. The first exposure that we have, an artist that doesn't like getting dirty.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of getting dirty. So I like digital currently. I like any kind of digital work that can mirror digital work, which is actually why I really like Adobe Fresco, but I'm no good at it. But in my experience, it actually has some really fantastic brushes that are very good at emulating traditional media. I was actually pretty blown away by it, really. Like it's watercolor brush. Like I actually have a piece that I did it with. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh wait, no, this one's perfect. Okay, here. So this one I actually did an Adobe Fresco using its watercolor brush, and I really loved it. I thought it was just so cool. I mean, just look at that. It looks like so legit. I love it. It's so pretty. I remember a long time ago, I knew somebody who actually lamented to me, and they had said how they didn't have any digital stuff, and they always felt very alienated by other artists because, they were doing digital art at the time, and they felt like they weren't a good or a legit artist because they didn't have the ability to do the digital work. They didn't own a tablet. They didn't have anything other than just some, regular store-bought crafts. And so what I did at that time, and I remember I did this, is I had my crappy little iPhone like held over top while I took a 12-pack of Crayola colored pencils, and I showed how to color with these very waxy, terrible colored pencils, just to show that it's not about the tools that you have, it's how you use them. And I was really proud of that. I thought it looked fantastic, and I really hope that person could see that it's just what you do with it. Like when I was a little kid, all I had to work with was lined paper and some really crappy 2B pencils. I mean, sometimes that's all you get, and you make it work. You can't be afraid to mess up, and you can't be afraid to just use what you have. Because, the other people are always going to have something better than you. They're always going to have the newest and latest and greatest something. But that doesn't mean that you can't be an artist and you can't express yourself with what you have. It might not be the way that you want it to be, but it won't always be that way. One day you'll grow up and you'll be able to have the things that you want to express yourself. But until then, it's completely okay to just use something basic. Next question is number 31. I thought it was number 4.
No.
Cause like isn't that
Not in the
what he
same
said?
role.
He said, yeah, we'll do he said do question number 3, then we'll do number 1, then number 4, then number 5. That's what he said.
Yeah, but if I do all that, then we might have nothing else for next stream.
Next stream. Please.
Surprise.
I don't want any more surprises like that. I want to jump around a bit, but I want to stay along the lines of pie. I get it. I just got that. You're right. 1 and then 4 and then 5. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just did. Oh man. My BruMa. Play in the long con.
Could this be considered a pun?
That is a pun. Oh my gosh. I'm getting like juked by my mods today.
Boo this man.
I'm getting juked around.
I think the proper terminology is jerked around.
Jerked around. I'm getting jerked around.
All right.
Actually, like I want his ear to go this way.
Since I'm the one holding the list, nobody knows if I'm at doing 31 or 1.
Okay. I'm ready.
The question is... Well, that might be too personal information.
Well, I mean, I don't have to answer it if I'm uncomfortable.
True. All right. So the question is, where are you from, and how has that affected your work?
Where am I from? Is that what you said?
Yes. And how has it affected your work?
I am
You don't have to say specifics.
Yeah, I'm not going to say specifics. I'm from the United States, and it's affected my work because it's very expensive to get education here. It's very expensive, so like I rely on YouTube and library books. That's pretty much where I get all my learning from. No, but I actually legitimately love how many artists are on like social media and so willing to give out their knowledge and share that with the communities, because it really has been such a big help. There is nothing sadder to me than, you know, wanting to learn to do something and being locked out by a paywall, because, you know, it's just like, oh, you want to learn how to do the Loomis head method? Well, you need to pay X amount of dollars to learn that. It's like, no, now I can just go on YouTube and see somebody, you know, describe it to me and help me learn what that method is, even though I don't use the Loomis head method. But it's like, it's so incredible that that's the world we live in right now, that there are so many people willing to give that information and help their budding artists learn. I'm very grateful for those people. Shout out to Marco Bucci, Blue Biscuits, Ethan Becker. They've been really inspirational to me. That's all. I have nothing else to say on that. That is all. I feel like his head needs to go down more, actually.
I mean, that is the same 1,000-yard stare I get when I'm looking at a book.
He's just reading. It's serious. To him, this book is very serious. Like, he does not mess around with this book. Like, if something happened to this book, Micah would lose it. He would be very, very mad.
Next one. God, I need water.
Go get some water.
I got some. I'll go grab some more. Anyway, as I leave you, this is the next question.
Okay.
And this one's a thinker. This one's a thonker. So you might want to get your thinking cap on. Yeah.
Thonker. Okay. I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready.
All right. Describe, in your opinion, how art is important to society.
What?
And with that, chat, I take my leave.
Oh my gosh. What? How is it important to society? What? I don't know if I can even answer that. Like, it's not that I don't think it's important. It's just, I wouldn't know how to answer that. It's just a type of expression. That would be the best way to put it. It's just a different type of expression. Bro, dude got questions the same level as my arts teacher back in high school. I know, right? I feel like I'm back in school and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Please don't. It's like nobody's raising their hand and the teacher just looks at you and you're like, oh no. Please don't call on me. It's that kind of moment, because I get incredibly shy. Art sells gotcha games. Okay, listen, yes, that is true. A lot of artists, but that's a different type of thing. What a lot of people don't understand about like Japanese specific or like Asian influence stuff is that it is a competition to stay on trends. A person that explains it very, very well is Naoki Sensei. He is a wonderful YouTuber, and he does have some of his videos translated with English subtitles. So not all of them are in Japanese, so you don't need to know Japanese to enjoy his videos. But he explains it pretty well too. There was a video that I barely caught because my Japanese is so terrible, but he essentially breaks it down that it being on trends is like a competition, because whatever's going to be the newest, greatest, next best thing, you're actually going to see that in the art styles. And so gacha games like Genshin Impact are a really good example of those types of trends. Like when you look at the designs, you look at the characters, how they look, and if you look at that and then you look at the current churned out, anime that's like coming out, which, I don't really watch it, but I'll see like its cover art or some promos, you'll see it has a lot of the same style. And so if something really catches on, you'll start seeing it in more and more things, like your games and your art and manga. And if you follow any Asian artists on like social media, you'll see them pick up a lot of the same things, especially if you have like a Pixiv account. You'll see that too. It's crazy how trendy you have to be to stay relevant with a lot of that stuff. And a lot of people don't really think about it because they're like, oh, it's just anime style. But it has a huge background about it that makes it a competition. It is insane. And that's why my art style is technically not anime. It's a mixture of Western and anime, because I didn't want to be held to those same kind of trends and expectations, because it would have been super difficult for me to stay on brand.
All right,
I feel like I created a tangent here. I sort of covered the question, but not really. I kind of went on a tangent.
Fine.
So either be trendy and chase the next big thing, or draw One Piece for 20 plus years. Didn't they just get a live action release today?
They did.
Didn't they? I had no idea. So I have a Tumblr, right? And I went on Tumblr yesterday, and there was this clown just looking at me from the sidebar, and my first thought was, oh no, they know I'm using ad block. So I thought it was like something they were doing to try to promote their like their ad-free thing. So like anybody that has like ad block would see that clown, and I didn't realize it was actually like the buggy clown or something from the One Piece. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh no, they're gonna start doing that thing that YouTube was testing out, where like if you have an ad blocker, they're gonna start putting stuff there to try to be like, we know you're running ad blocker. I was actually legit worried that was the case. It's 80% fresh meter on Rotten Tomatoes and 95 audience score. That's pretty cool.
That's high for
that is really high for an anime adaptation. So I think art is my answer to that question was that I think it is important because it's just another form of expression. Some people are really good with words. Some people are really good at talking. Some people are really good at just looking good. And then you have those that are they're just better at expressing it with the strokes and lines of their piece, the colors, the subject matter of what they're doing. And I just feel it's important for that reason, because some people without art just would not have a voice otherwise.
Now, does chat want me to ask one more of these artist questions, or are you guys good?
Go on, you can ask me one more. Since I'm finishing up.
And good news, chat. Found the D20.
Nice.
Blood for the dice gods. All right. Oh, that's a great roll. All right. Who are your biggest artistic influences?
Oh my gosh, I have way too many. So like, in terms of like color and shape language, J.C. Leyendecker. Like, I love that man's work. His work is just so beautiful. It looks like he just uses a palette knife with everything, and it's just incredible. I also I've already given some mention, but like I also really like Marco Bucci's work a lot. His YouTube channel in general he's very good at just teaching things, so it's really nice to go through his stuff and just look at it. Plus it's just a beautiful painterly style, and I believe he does a lot of watercolor, so I really enjoy his work. Then a personal friend that I know, Nox Zayden, they don't really update or post their work anymore, but I just fell in love with their work immediately. They still have their old stuff on their old Tumblr, and it's just breathtaking. I just really love their work. And then of course I love Naoki Sensei. He's got some really great work. It's very trendy anime style, but I still really love it. And then so recently I've gotten into more of the work of just I don't want to go into it too much, but just there are a lot of people that I really look up to, and I'm very thankful.
All right.
So there you go.
Heard it here first, chat.
Yeah.
We'll be getting more into it next stream.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in.
Exactly. Next Friday. All right, that's good enough for now. Next Friday, come to another stream. I'm over by like almost 30 minutes. But thank you so much for coming to stream, everybody. I really appreciate it. See y'all next time. Bye. Good night.